Hi, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I just had the weirdest thing. I was recording and the camera went dark and I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. So I shut it down and then I went back to see what I did capture and there was nothing there. So unfortunately, you don't get to see me lay these cards, but let me just turn around and show you what I got. Let me put those away so you don't see those first. Here's what I got. And the way the mini cross is done is this is where we are now. This is what we think we know or what's hovering around us. This is the foundation on which we stand. This represents the near or distant past. And this represents the near or distant future. And so what I was saying to you was that the Knight of Swords for me Knights always bring about events. But the event is precipitated by some kind of news or message, okay? And so the Knight of Swords as a message means something within a week, maybe ahead or a week ago, okay? Some kind of news or message came in. Maybe you rode in. We see the Knights riding in. And maybe you rode into whatever the situation was. I did not tell you that what is over the whole reading is the King of Pentacles. And what I was saying was that whether this is same-sex or heterosexual, we're talking about two different people. And so even if you are a female, you can embody this energy if maybe you're a business owner, maybe you're financially secure, you're financially stable, or maybe you've got to do something having to do with those things, take care of some kind of business, okay? And so the other thing about the Knight of Swords is as a personality, this can be somebody who is moves about, thinks quickly, speaks quickly, acts quickly, can act sometimes rashly, can be abrupt and direct, and sometimes even hurt your feelings when you speak to them. But we see this Knight charging in from this direction. Now, this Seven of Swords is an interesting card because traditionally, this is the card of lies and deceptions, deceit. I've even seen it show up if someone's stalking you online. You could be completely unaware of it. The traditional meaning that goes with this card, or the story behind it, is that this person snuck into the enemy's camp and stole their swords to actually prevent someone from them going to battle. Okay? Either way, it says that if this is a theft, then it's happening in broad daylight because those people way back there are distracted, right? But this also tells me with the two swords stuck in the ground, the person's like, I don't know, should I go back and get those? Should I leave them where they are? So this tells me there's a decision that needs to be made, and it hasn't been made yet because the swords are stuck down in the ground. So this is a crossroads. This is a choice. This is an option. This is an opposition. It is a duality. Okay. Now, the other thing that I've seen about this card is that it can just be about the idea of rushing around and not paying attention to what's happening. You're just kind of moving really fast, and that means that none of your plans are working out the way that you want them to, right? The other thing that it can mean is that you're putting up with some type of behavior because you think that you have to, that it's acceptable, you have to. But typically when you do that, there's some kind of gain out of it for you, right? So I'm not exactly sure what's happening with the Seven of Swords, so I will be looking at it. Then we have this Tower card here. And this is kind of what we're standing on. This is the idea of some kind of unexpected event, right? That's really all the Tower speaks about. It's something happening out of the blue. But whatever the thing is, it shakes you to your core because it changes everything you thought you knew, right? See, that's why the lightning is striking the crown. And it knocks people off of their feet because it came out of nowhere. This is the only man-made structure in the tarot. So sometimes this is about the ideas and the principles that you've been standing on all of this time suddenly collapsing out from under you. But the beauty about the Tower card is that once everything collapses and it raised to the ground, it gives you a brand new open field on which to build. Okay. I will also tell you that the message that I'm picking up is that if you will be traveling within the next week or so, that you need to be careful because there could be an accident. Okay, so I do want you to be careful. I don't normally get that with this Knight of Swords and this Tower card, but that is the energy that's coming off. Now, some of you are going to be dealing with a water sign individual. Okay, so this person is either going to be a Cancer, a Scorpio, and or a Pisces. But I think what's most interesting to me about this card is this Five of Pentacles, because this is the card of poverty, financial losses, being worried about money, not having enough money to, take care of your needs. But this card also speaks to the idea of, I don't want to say necessarily spiritual poverty, but the idea that you feel less than because your financial circumstances are not the way you want to be, or want them, or need them to be. But you're so caught up in this feeling sorry for yourself, yes, that you are literally walking by refuge, safety, help, assistance, maybe even just some rest. Okay. Now, also what I get about this card, these two figures, we see a woman and what could either be a child or a man, because he's got a 5 o'clock shadow there on its face. And I think this goes back to someone's childhood, of them either literally coming from impoverished circumstances, or the feeling that they were impoverished or deprived of something. And this could even be love and affection, okay? Also, either the person has some kind of injury, or maybe had an injury as a child, or may think that they have an injury, okay? Now, I want to, because this energy, we're moving clockwise this way. If it were like this, I would say be careful, because this is a sudden loss for you, okay? Financial loss, ruin, perhaps. But it's not. It's like this, okay? And so whatever this feeling is about, or what this is about, that is going to completely be turned upside down. And it has to do with this person. But the question is this somebody lying, and are they deceptive? Is it somebody you really don't want to be dealing with? Or is it simply the idea of somebody who's rushing around and can't ever get their shit straight because they just not doing what they should be doing? They're not taking responsibility for themselves, and they don't want to face the consequences. So I pull cards on that, and this is what came out. The Denari, the Allegrezza al Cuore, and the Il Nemico. Now, the Il Nemico is typically maybe somebody that you know, or that you are associated with, that every time you are around this person, you get a bad feeling about them. And if that's the case, trust what that's telling you. But the other meaning of the Il Nemico, because he's the rival. Okay, if this is a partnership, this is a third man in the picture. And what's interesting is he's also a Knight of Swords. So this is your rival. Okay, there's another man in the picture. Okay, but also the Il Nemico is the idea that whomever this person is, this person will deliberately hijack you. They don't have your best interest at heart. Okay. And it could be that the person is only trying to become involved with you because of monetary issues. Does that make sense? Okay. So we have the card of happiness. This card traditionally represents a wedding and a partnership. It portends great things. These two people are related to each other. That's the bride. That is her brother. And they are related due to the clothing. She's got on the red skirt. He's got on the red top. She's got the green top, and he's got the green pants. And then this guy over here is the groom. So it speaks to all kinds of partnerships, and it speaks about positive things happening. This is even business partnerships. We do have this Dinari here, and Dinari represents the idea of placing your valuables somewhere safe. So it could deal with old documents. It could deal with actual finances. It could deal with money. But The thing about this particular card is that the camera has gone dark again, and the screen, and I don't know why. So I'm going to keep going. The thing about this card is that it falls into the suit of, it falls into the, I don't know what's happening. It falls into the suit of hearts. See the cups, see? And not the suit of money, of pentacles, because 9 times out of 10 when people have arguments and fights, or you got an enemy, it's over financial issues. So I do want you to be very careful. If this is someone that you are going to see, you are going to visit, I want you to be careful because there could be an accident, but also that there could be something that crops up once you get there. Okay? Maybe the person says, hurry, I need you to come because I don't have any money. I'm going to be evicted, blah, 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 and I'm starving and I haven't eaten in weeks. Be careful, because it could be that the person is only interested in being with you because you have money or finances. Okay? So, I wanted to look quickly at this. I don't know why my camera is doing what it's doing, but I want to look quickly at this Tower card to see what the Tower card has to say. This is way longer than 10 minutes, but I had to, come back and redo it. And I was just about to pull cards on the Tower card when the camera shut off. So here we go. 3 cards on the Tower card. The Stanza. Wow. The Domestico. That's interesting. And the Gran Consolazione. Some kind of meeting. This is about 2 people who know each other very well. They have, they know each other's secrets. They know everything about each other. But this also can be some kind of meeting where doesn't really have a specific type of meeting. So it could be a business meeting, a personal meeting. It could be the idea that you are going to a doctor's office or a lawyer's office. But this card says that the meeting is imminent. Okay. The Domestico is usually somebody who helps, but the person can also be a collaborator. So this is someone who is returning. We see that. He's maybe returning with his hat in his hand. So if you've had some kind of argument or fight, you see things are all askew there. Then maybe the person is coming back to try to make up with you. But also, because he is a servant, to me, he's showing up simply in the concept of help. So whatever this Tower card is, it is designed to help whatever this meeting is about. Sometimes this can be this person is talking about meeting. The person who's returning is having a conversation about meeting. Okay? Oh no, that's a conversation card. Sorry. Then we have the Gran Consolazione. And this is the card of great success. It is about all of the things that you have ever wanted in your life. You have peace, you have good health, you have good wealth, you have great relationships, so that you can sit down and enjoy your life. Okay? So these 3 cards, I can't say they're all positive, but they're not all negative either. And falling on this Tower card tells me that whomever this person is that you have met, okay, has changed your view completely. It's taken you by surprise and changed your view on whatever that is. The question remains, is the person with you simply because of what you have, or is this a rival? Okay? Someone who's interfering, because sometimes that card can also mean that. Somebody who can't mind their own business. Okay? So, I'm going to pull 1 Nostradamus card. So I want you to, and again, if you are traveling within the next week or so, I do want you to be very careful as you drive. Don't rush around. Don't let people upset you because you could have an accident. So be careful. Here is your 1 card from Nostradamus. Let's see what he has to say. I'm going to pull that one. Number 15, and I think this is the eagle. Without wealth, virtue, and nobility, be warned, are like seaweed on a deserted beach, scorned. Well, some kind of warning. Let's see what it says. The eagle represents your pride, generosity, and nobility of the soul, which you must develop and then manifest to everyone. Be noble or seek this virtue in yourself. And I think what the card is saying is that you need to be on your P's and Q's, trust whatever your gut instinct is telling you, don't rush around, don't be hasty, because you could end up getting your pride hurt, right? Your generosity taken advantage of, and you're going to lose a little bit of your nobility in terms of how you feel about yourself. But at the same time, if this is somebody that you care about and this happens to be a third person, okay, that rival that I'm talking to you about, then your role will be to help this person cultivate generosity, nobility within themselves, and to gain a better self-esteem version of themselves. Okay? That's what I have for you, Taurians, for December 2020. I hope this message helps. And again, if you are traveling, I do warn you to please be careful. Take every precaution. Get there early. Make sure you got all of your stuff situated. All right? And so until next time, stay safe. Namaste.